Hi, welcome to Reddit Tea Time. My boyfriend, 34 male, asked me, 34 female, to help him with something on his phone. Support asked me to send a screenshot of the error message he was getting. When I went into his gallery to attach the screenshot, I saw that he had screenshots of my sister from her social media page. So, to be fair, these are photos that anyone has access to, but that's also kind of the issue. Why would you need to screenshot these photos if you can look at them anytime you want? I'm not dumb, I know why he has them, and I'm beyond grossed out. Additional information. We've been together almost 7 years and we live together. My sister is 27 and she's my best friend. She has spent the night at our house. My boyfriend and I have spent the night at her house. He has been to all of our family events. He is family. Also, my boyfriend sucks with technology. I'm constantly helping him reset passwords, place or return orders, etc. I have found tons of porn and porn searches on his phone, and I've told him numerous times I don't care what you look at, but it shouldn't be this easy for me to find. I've told him about private browsing. To clarify, I've never looked through his phone. Anything I've found is literally because he's asked me to help, and in helping, it was right there in front of me. When I found the pictures, I tried to just finish what I was helping him with. I ended up just being so upset and my hands were shaking that I threw the phone in his lap and told him he's going to have to figure it out himself because I saw the pics of my sister. He instantly knew he was in trouble, and the first thing he said was, "Well, I know you're going to be mad at me tonight and probably tomorrow too." I went into my bedroom and shut the door. As he tends to do, he came in 20 minutes later and asked if I wanted to talk. I told him there's no reason for him to have them saved on his phone, that it's always going to be weird to have him around when she's there, that I feel grossed out. He first accused me of looking through his phone, which I quickly corrected. Then he said, "Guys are just different," with no further explanation, and the rest was just, "I don't know what to say," and telling me he was going to give me space. At one point he asked if I was going to leave him, but I don't think he let me answer, or he started saying something else. Either way, it didn't get answered. I don't know if this is a relationship deal breaker or if this is something to have a conversation about. How do I not feel weird seeing him interact with my sister? It also sucks because my sister is the person I would normally go to with this information, but I can't tell her this. Now for some comments. Gross. Yes, this is a deal breaker. Guys, normal guys, are not that different. Knowing that he pleasures himself to pictures of your sister? No, there's no coming back from that. I'm sorry he's such an unapologetic reprobate, and I'm sorry for the pain you're in and for the pain that lies ahead. I wouldn't be able to get over this. My sister is my best friend like yours is. If my husband did this with my sister's pics, or if my brother-in-law did this with my pics, I would be disgusted and heartbroken. It's just such a violation. If he does this with her pics, the closest person to you, what's stopping him from doing the same thing with any other person in your life? I just think if you stay with him, this will cause constant pain and awkwardness. It could also put a strain on your close relationship with your sister. You deserve better. The whole "guys are just different" is such a miserable excuse. He's got the whole internet of options and instead goes to your sister's social media. That's not a "guys are different" thing. That's a "your boyfriend is creeping on your sister" thing. Tell your sister so she can block him on everything. Make him delete the screenshots. Then ask yourself if you can really be with someone who treats you and your sister this way, though I think you already know the answer. Look, realistically, knowing he pleasures himself to your sister is the deal breaker. But let's say you're able to overlook that. His response is what's telling here. Rather than seem remotely apologetic, he's indifferent. He tried some soft deflection but wasn't really bothered it didn't work. Basically just a shrug and "I guess you'll leave me now." Is that who you want to build a life with? Someone when caught doing something horrific is indifferent to it? Hello everyone, I'll try to keep this short. Basically, my girlfriend 25 female and I 25 male have been dating for a little over half a year now, and it's been amazing and I love her a lot. But recently there's been some strain, at least on my side, because she doesn't know how to cook and never has anything to eat at her place, and I'm tired of spending money on food for us or spending money on fast food constantly. We both work full-time jobs, but I'm in college online, so I have a pretty busy schedule when it comes to finding the time to do my college work along with everything else. My girlfriend recently has been needing a lot of attention, and I just don't have the time and I don't have the money to spend on both of us to eat out every day. She never cooks, barely cleans her own apartment, and is constantly wanting to see me every waking minute, which isn't a problem, but she just can't understand that I need time to do my stuff and will get upset when I tell her that. This is really annoying to me and I'm unsure what to do. I fear that if I call her out and tell her I'm tired of her not being able to cook and not being an adult, because I've semi-called her out before as a joke and she broke down in tears, she'll break down again and I'll be left feeling like an idiot because I want her to change to better our relationship. Please, someone tell me what I should do. Any advice is appreciated. Edit. Just to clear up some common misconceptions that I've been seeing constantly. Yes, I do cook. I cook the most in the relationship. No, I don't clean up her apartment when it's dirty. I just suggest she cleans it, which she'll do maybe 2 times a month. Now for some comments. You tell her by using your words and telling her exactly how you feel. Okay, look, you're a grown man. You're not locked into the first woman who will date you. We date to find compatibility. You need to know what you want. What are you looking for in a partner? Sounds like so far, you know you value someone who adults, who cleans their apartment, has food in the fridge, and can make a sandwich or cook some pasta. Boundaries. You don't have time to go see her? Then don't. You don't want to clean her apartment? Then don't. You don't want to buy her takeout? Then don't. She's either going to pick up the slack or she won't. Every day you're with someone, you're deciding to be with someone. And everything you give someone, you're choosing to give it. Don't give what you can't afford to lose. No human is worth that. Last week, I met an old friend I had not seen in decades. She's 68 and just now learned how to turn on her oven. Her husband did everything for her and made all the money. She did nothing. Her husband died last year and she's been forced to realize she has no idea how to be an adult and to take care of herself. Find a real partner, a grown-up. Part of her development stopped many years ago. The traits and basic life skills you have issues with should not be present in an adult of her age, and the emotional breakdowns that come in response are just passive ways of restricting you from raising the topic and changing her behavior. Some people get angry and attack, others crumble and become distraught, so you then have to console them for the problem they're responsible for in the first place. Result equals the same outcome for you. She remains independent and slovenly. If you have tried discussing it and are always deflected off point and resisted, this is her default and she wants it this way, no matter how dysfunctional it is in your eyes. It's best to find someone that has matured with age or you'll end up in a parent-child relationship. We met in 2021 through a dating app. We were both looking for something casual but ongoing, so we defined our relationship as friends with benefits. We got along so well from the start, and the sex was out of this world, possibly the best for both of us. I, 42 female, was transparent from the beginning that I was separated and going through a long and ugly divorce. He, 32 male, said he didn't care and stressed that we're friends first no matter what, so I should ask for help if I needed it. We met once or twice a month during the week in my place. We would hang out, eat, cuddle, and talk all day. He always wore an old bracelet that said Daddy, and he said it was gifted to him as a joke whenever I asked him about it. At this point, you might be thinking, how did you not know for almost 2 years? But I'm just the type of person who will believe everyone until they give me a reason not to. We did take little breaks when he went abroad for a project and when I was seeing someone, but we always kept in touch and checked in with each other. One day, out of nowhere, I just felt like something was off and that he could be married. Nothing happened, and I didn't find out anything. It was purely a sixth sense revelation I had out of the blue. And this is when I texted him. I texted, "This could sound like a strange question, but are you married?" He replied, "Well, you're right. Why do you ask? You're not going to propose to me." I wrote, "When did you get married? Kids?" He replied, "A long time ago. I should have told you, I'm sorry." Me, what about children? He replied, "When I started talking to you, I was so cripplingly lonely. We hit it off so well and I've always enjoyed spending time with you. But I completely understand if you don't want to see me again." I wrote, "I've told you from day one that I only need one thing, for you to be single. You've had multiple chances to tell me the truth but chose not to. You made me into that woman. Not cool. I don't have time for liars. How low do you have to be to lie about your own child? I feel sorry for you and your family. "Don't contact me again." And he never replied to my last message as I said, "Don't contact me again." As context, I was going through a divorce when I met him, as my husband cheated on me. He knew how much I hated cheating, and I reminded him of that again in my last message. The problem is that I'm haunted by this experience and I cannot stop thinking about it. I want to confront him and tell his wife about it, as I cannot believe he did to his wife what my ex-husband did to me. Is it a bad idea? OP added, "I've confirmed that the child is a 1-year-old baby that was born in early 2022, and his wife was pregnant with his baby when we first met in 2021, when he was feeling cripplingly lonely." I thought I'd add a little more context, as many people were suggesting that there could have been situations beyond my knowledge that pushed him to cheat and to lie to both his wife and me. Oh, and the daddy bracelet being a joke was actually true. Now for some comments before the update. I was the betrayed wife in this story a year ago. The other woman found out about me and came completely clean. Her and I are besties now. I just spent last weekend hanging out with her at her place and brought my new puppy for her to meet. We both told him to F all the way off, and he hates that we became friends. And I love that. F him. Nah, his wife deserves to know just like you deserve to know. There could be others. He could be putting his wife's health at risk if he's not using protection. She's being betrayed every day. You should absolutely tell her. OP replied, "This is exactly why I wanted to tell the wife as well, but I wanted to see what other people would do or think about the situation so I don't make irrational choices. Thank you for your input. Document everything and send it to his wife. Prepare for some possible pushback from her. Be gracious and answer all her questions. Don't confront him or alert him in any way that you may be telling his wife, because then he'll tell her some BS story about you being his stalker or something." OP replied, "That's very practical advice. Thanks. I've actually documented everything before confronting him just in case." And now for the update. First of all, a big thank you to everyone that offered their input on this situation. There was a lot of concern on whether I had any evidence to support my story and whether I had his real name or contact information. I had saved every interaction between us from day one, and I also had his and the wife's social media. I wrote to her privately from a throwaway account, explaining why I decided to reveal myself, how we met, and how it ended. I attached a few screenshots that showed our chat on the dating app, his profile, and our last message exchange where I found out about his marital status. She blocked me after checking my messages. I don't know what happened or what will happen, but at least I know that she knows. I'm not sure if there's going to be any further development from this. Thanks again to everyone that took the time to read and comment on my previous post. Edit. I wanted to add a few more details, as many people seem to think that he intercepted my messages and blocked me before she had a chance to read them. It's certainly possible, but very unlikely unless he had her phone on him at work during the day, checking messages and blocking anything suspicious real time. Another scenario is that he did preemptive damage control by feeding her false information and making her believe I'm crazy and need to be blocked immediately without engaging. I have no idea if this actually happened, but if my husband did something like this, it would be a huge red flag for me. And even if I believed him now, the doubt would always be there. One thing I do know for sure is that someone read that message. And at the very least, this will be a reminder for him to stop if he intercepted, and a red flag to her if she's in denial. That's all I can really hope for at this point. Thanks for the input, everyone. I don't think I'll be doing anything further at this point unless she reaches out to me. Now for some comments. You did well. Doesn't matter anymore what she does. She knows that's enough. You have more guts than I would have. Good job. She's probably honestly just super embarrassed. I think that's probably how I would feel towards you if I were her. I would definitely be grateful that you told me, but I doubt you'll ever hear that from her. OP replied, "Thank you. It's a relief to hear that. I probably would have wanted to engage and confirm a bit more, but everyone's different. You did your part. What she does with the information is her problem, not yours."
What do you think? Please let me know in the comments below. If you liked this story and you've made it this far, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate you spending your valuable time with me. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next Reddit story. In the meantime, please take care of yourself. Bye for now.